As Sarah mentioned, my name is Natasha Stoodley, and I've been working for the Adelaide Hills wine region for about 2 years now. And when I first started in the position, I was aware of the growing trend of businesses using social media, particularly Facebook and Twitter, to promote their businesses. And I realised that we weren't on social media, and so I didn't want us to be left behind. So once I settled into my role, I did some research on the best ways that we could promote ourselves as the Adelaide Hills wine region, and came up with the conclusion that Facebook and Twitter are the most user-friendly things that we could do. Okay, so we joined Twitter in September 2010, and today we have 2,351 followers. We joined Facebook in approximately June 2010. Today we have 1,319 likes on our Facebook page. So in total that is 3,670 people who are following our online marketing message at zero cost, apart from time, to our organisation. However, those numbers may look really awesome, but numbers aren't alone indicative of how successful your social media presence is. 100 dedicated customers are more valuable to your business than 1,000 space wasters. It's the same with social media. It's the same as in the physical world. If you walk down Rundle Mall and you've got a store in Rundle Mall and you see some customers window shopping, you need to figure out a way to stop them window shopping and actually get them into your shop and convert that interest into sales. So why do we use social media? We use it to increase recognition of the brand Adelaide Hills. We use it to build loyalty and repeat clientele through engagement with consumers. And we also use it to boost visitation to the Adelaide Hills wine region. However, social media is only one part of building brand awareness, in the same way that advertising or PR is one part of your overall marketing strategy. There has to be multiple channels and a blended approach for the actual marketing of your business. So you need to still continue using your email newsletters and your website and your advertising and your pamphlets and your brochures and things like that. Social media is not the be-all and the end-all of marketing your business. By having a strong social media presence, we increase our brand exposure. We focus on building relationships with people online and then bringing visitors to the region, so encouraging that, so changing their interest into action. We try to make ourselves different, so we stand out. And people are often questioning the relationship between social media converting to sales. And I can't necessarily guarantee you that every person who follows us or interacts with us will actually buy a wine from the Adelaide Hills or visit the Adelaide Hills. However, it is proven that building relationships with present and future customers will increase loyalty from the consumer. And there is also the likelihood of repeat business because they feel that attachment to that brand. So how do we use social media? Well, as I mentioned, we use Facebook and Twitter. We use social media daily to interact with people. So we mostly post or tweet. So we post to Facebook and tweet on Twitter about upcoming events in the region. So I've got a couple of examples here because I am a case study, not a head case. And okay, so this one up the top here is a tweet. So the Adelaide Hills wine region is saying, "We're live in the wine room with Hindorf Hill and the new Gru." Gru is short for Gruner Veltliner. And that little other blue bit says bit.ly is actually a link to a website, because with Twitter you're limited to 140 characters per post. So they automatically condense the website addresses. So I've said, come on over and say hi. So that was promoting one of our events. The one below it is also an event promotion for Facebook. It says, on Sunday the 30th of October, head to Lobethal Road, enjoy food, wine, blah, 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 blah. Feeling hungry? Yeah. So everybody who follows us on Twitter would have seen that post, or they had the ability to see that post, and also on Facebook as well. Now also you might notice down here, it says you and 8 others like this and view all 3 shares. So what that means is some people have looked at that post about Lobethal Road and thought, oh, that's really cool. I might share that on my wall with my Facebook friends. So that means for the Adelaide Hills wine region, not only are our followers now seeing that, but everybody who shared that, all of their friends are now being exposed to the message from the Adelaide Hills wine region. Every time you click like on a Facebook page, it comes up in your friends' news stream. So they can think, oh, why did somebody like the Adelaide Hills wine region? And then they have the opportunity to click through and also like your page. We started using hashtags for our events. The first one we used was for Crush 2011. So a hashtag is like a search category. So it means you can go into your client or whatever platform you're using to monitor your social media, put in hashtag Crush 2011, and all the tweets with that hashtag will come up. So it's like something that's linking everything together, like a search category. People can search by that, we can search by that. Also, we print it on our promotional materials, depending on which event. We've got Crush or Winter Reds or Spring Lights. So we print them on our promo materials and encourage people to use them, because again, that's not only our followers that will see that, but everyone who follows those people who use those hashtags. We are very social on social media. We like to tag other people in posts and share other posts or other events that other regions or businesses are doing. And if you do that for other people, they're going to do that for you as well. It's like sharing the love a little bit. It's like that whole pay it forward message, you know? Okay, we also interact with other people and other businesses. It doesn't always have to be marketing message focused. So here are a couple of tweets about the Coonawarra Cabernet weekend that I tweeted about. So Brands Layer have said, RT basically means a retweet. So they've said, counting down the minutes until brunch at Holic Wines for Cab Weekend. So that was the Coonawarra Festival's hashtag for Cabernet weekend. And I've responded with that little arrow there, and I've said, love a good Holic's brunch, yum, very jealous. Also, the next tweet is at Rymel Winery. Have a fantastic time at Cab Weekend. I hope the sun is shining. So this is just about the developing relationships, and they respond to these tweets as well, and then their followers see their response to us. Social media is very, very social. We use social media and we run competitions. For Crush 2011 and also Crush 2012, we ran the 12 days of Crushmas, and we asked people to respond. We post a different question every day, and we asked people to respond with the most creative answer. So it might be, what's your favourite experience in the Adelaide Hills? So not necessarily all wine or our message focused. It was very broad. Where do you love to stay? What's your favourite thing to do? Favourite place to speak? If you could drink anything in the world right now, what would it be? And the most creative answer won each day. And so for Crush 2012, we gave every person that responded who was the winner for the day, we gave them a VIP pass to our festival for them and a friend. So that was, again, using the social media to draw people into the region. In Crush 2011, we gave away a lot of things, which was not really the best idea. So we learnt for 2012 because we were giving away things, but it wasn't necessarily achieving our objective of bringing people to the region. So we'd give away wine, but that didn't necessarily mean that those people were then going to come to Crush. So for Crush 2012, we definitely changed it and gave them VIP passes. So if you wanted to redeem the benefits, you had to come visit. Okay. So Crush is a great example of how social media does work for us, combined with Crushmas and also the hashtag Crush 2012 or 2011 or whatever year it is. We're able to, by searching for that hashtag, clearly track who's attending, where they are, what they're doing, what they thought about our festival, and what they had to say, whether they had a good experience, a bad experience, but we could use that by searching, and that's why we really wanted to promote that on our marketing materials this year. Another thing we do on social media is we have fun. We do, I'll do like silly posts, whatever comes to me sometimes. So the top one, I said, today is a good day to write a limerick. Now what rhymes with hills? Not marketing message focused at all, but it was fun. That was probably the most successful post I've ever done on Facebook. I had so many people writing limericks, and they were fantastic. I actually had other pages telling their followers to go to our page and check out the limericks because they were quite good. Hands up if you're excited that it's Friday. What have you got planned for the weekend? People love to talk about themselves. One of the best things that we've found is ask questions to engage, but make the questions so that people can often just give a one-word answer. That's not a good example of that, I've learnt since that post. But people don't want to be writing lengthy essays like 25, tell me in 25 words or less why you think this. They want to do something that's short, sharp and shiny. That's the best way we've found to get engagement on the page. How would you describe yourself using WineSpeak? That was also a killer post. I described myself as spicy with not much length because I'm quite short. People went bunter with this one. They absolutely loved it. They posted all these crazy, imaginative things. So yeah, we do have a lot of fun on social media. Because my opinion is the minute that people think you're trying to give them the hard sell, they'll ditch you. Or they'll stay liking your page, but they'll hide your feed from their stream so they can't see what you post. They're not on social media to be sold stuff. With social media, you're not necessarily pushing out your message all the time, but you've got to think of it more as like drawing people into your conversation. Social media is social, so don't take it too seriously. Sometimes social media doesn't work as well as we'd like, as well as I'd like. Sometimes I'll do a post or a tweet and nobody responds and nobody wants to engage, but it happens. And every time it does, I have to sit down and really ask myself, is it me or is it them? Am I talking about the right thing at the right time of day? I've found that there are definitely hotspots throughout the day when people are online and wanting to talk and engage. Mostly that's about 8:45, 9 a.m. in the morning because people get to work not quite ready to answer the email, so they'll jump on social media. Yes, I see that grin back there. I'm assuming you do that. I do that too. Okay, so here are two examples where I've said, woohoo, for Friday nights. What are you looking forward to drinking this weekend? Now, I posted this at 5:03 p.m. on a Friday night. Bom bom. 5:03 p.m. Everybody has already left the office. Nobody wants to be on social media. They're already out with a glass of wine in their hand relaxing. So that was a massive fail for me, but a big learn. The other one was we have our Spring Whites and Earthly Delights Festival next weekend. Would love to know what's your favourite white wine. Thought it was a really well constructed question. You know, people can quickly answer with a 1 or 2 word response, but I just got nothing. It was kind of embarrassing, but I thought, do I delete the post or do I just leave it? So I left it, but it's lesson learned. But I still, to this day, have no idea why nobody responded. It was posted at an appropriate time of day. It was a simple question. It wasn't hard to understand, so I've got no idea. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But if something like that doesn't work, you need to sort of sit down and reassess, what am I doing wrong? Why didn't that one work? It should have worked, but it didn't. But I'm not an expert, so that's why I still don't know. How do we manage our social media accounts? I have a smartphone. It's probably smarter than I am. So I get notifications on my phone. I have Twitter and Facebook notifications. So every time somebody mentions Adelaide Hills Wine Region or posts on my page, my phone lights up and flashes and lets me know. First thing when I get to work in the morning, I make it a priority to check my Facebook and to check my Twitter to see what's happening, see if I can comment, see if there's somewhere I can engage. You know, some people have said to me, I don't have time for social media. I don't have time to do it. But I just say, get into the office, it takes 5 minutes. Don't open your emails, don't return any phone calls. 5 minutes in the morning, straight away, get it done. And it's done for the day. And then throughout the day, if I have a minute or something, I'll check in periodically and see what's happening and just monitor that and respond to any comments or questions that I get. Another way is we set strategies in place, mostly for events. What we do is I basically get a calendar and put it and spread out my posts. So I work out what are my key messages for this event, what do I want people to take away, and it's literally as simple as just putting them under a date and saying, on this day I'm going to talk about this, on that day I'm going to talk about this. We have a lot of wineries involved in our events as well, so this is a really good way of making sure everyone gets an even amount of coverage and promotion for that particular event. I schedule updates as well. Excuse me. That's probably the best thing about social media. For example, for Crush this year, I was really busy. I didn't have time to sort of be on Twitter or social media all day. And so leading up to the event, like about a week in, I got into my program and I scheduled my posts so that throughout the day of Crush, about half an hour, every 45 minutes, something was happening. I was asking, where are you? What are you drinking? What are you doing? What are the kids up to? Are you having fun? But I physically wasn't having to sit there and actually type it into my phone while I was out on the road, which is good because I was driving a lot and that's illegal, so I've heard. So scheduling updates is fantastic, especially if you know you're going to be busy, you want to keep a constant updated presence on social media. On a Monday perhaps morning, you can sit down and actually schedule your updates for the entire week. And then it's out of your head, you don't need to worry about it. All you need to remember to do is just to go in and check and see if people are making those comments and responding.